Welcome to Capi State University, an institution that offers academic excellence and quality service to all. Located in the province dubbed as the seafood capital of the Philippines, Capi State University is the only state university in the province of Capiz dedicated to providing quality higher education in this part of the country. Its humble beginnings evolved in the merging of Mambusao Agricultural and Technical in Burias, Capiz, and Capiz Agricultural and Fisheries School in Pontevedra, Capiz to become Panay State Polytechnic College in 1980. In 1998, the Capiz Institute of Technology in Rojas City, including its Department of Fisheries in Dayao, became an integral part of the PSPC system 2 years later. In 2000, Sigma College of Science and Technology in Sigma Capiz was integrated into PSPC. A milestone was reached in 2004 when PSPC was converted into Capiz State University by virtue of Republic Act 9273. Through the years, Capi State University became known for its commitment to providing high-quality and accessible education, all because of the competent leadership of its previous presidents, Dr. Ernesto V. Botin, Dr. Rochelier D. Dadivas, Dr. Edita L. Magallanes, and Dr. Edita C. Alfon. Presently, the university is at the helm of the leadership of Dr. Efren L. Linan, a visionary leader who will guide Capi State University to new heights of excellence. CAPSU's growth is marked by the existence of its 3 campuses and 6 satellite colleges across the province. The 3 campuses are CAPSU Burias Campus in Burias, CAPSU Pontevedra Campus in Pontevedra, and CAPSU Main Campus in the heart of Rojas City. The 6 satellite colleges are named in the place where they are situated: the Paz Satellite College, Mambusao Satellite College, Sigma Satellite College, Dumarao Satellite College, Pilar Satellite College, and Dayao Satellite College. These campuses and satellite colleges were created to address the educational needs of the local population. CAPSU is committed to producing globally competitive professionals with over 30 undergraduate and graduate programs in various fields, including agriculture, engineering, business, education, criminology, and industrial education. CAPSU addresses the evolving needs of the region's educational, economic, and social landscape. Its existing facilities and laboratories, as well as its research-driven approach, ensure that students not only gain theoretical knowledge, but also practical skills. CAPSU fosters a vibrant campus life to its more than 25,000 students, where they can engage in cultural, social, sports, and extracurricular activities. Through student organizations and community outreach programs, CAPSUians are empowered to become leaders in their own right. Through the years, CAPSU has maintained a strong emphasis on research and community engagement, particularly in agriculture, environment, and sustainable development, aligning with the province's rich agricultural heritage. It has forged partnerships with various national and international institutions, contributing to the global competitiveness of its graduates. Its deep connection to the local community through its sustainable programs and partnerships promote the values of social responsibility, environmental awareness, and community development. Along with its many accolades, CAPSU bears the seal of quality of ISO certification 9001-2015. Its workforce of highly competent faculty and staff are instrumental in making the university progressive and dynamic. Its faculty members have received various recognitions in fulfilling their quadro-dimensional functions by engaging in the delivery of quality instruction, research endeavors, extension projects, and production initiatives. With all these, Capi State University is committed to uphold the highest standards in providing the best education and quality service to its clientele as it stands as a hub for academic excellence, research, innovation, and community service. It offers every Kapsunyan a brighter future. One vision, one academic community. Together, we rise as Capi's State University. And community service, it offers every Kapsunyan a brighter future. One vision, one academic community. Together, we rise as Capi's State University. And community service, it offers every Kapsunyan a brighter future. One vision, one academic community. Together, we rise as Capi's State University.
Dengan tekad berjuang, dengan dasar Pancasila, meningkatkan kualitas sumber daya manusia. Universitas Negeri Surabaya mengembangkan ilmu berwawasan budaya dengan rasa cipta karya dan doa dalam semangat menyala. Melangkahlah UNESA, menyiapkan tenaga untuk Indonesia nan jaya. Indonesia nan jaya.
Welcome to Capi State University, an institution that offers academic excellence and quality service to all. Located in the province dubbed as the seafood capital of the Philippines, Capi State University is the only state university in the province of Capiz dedicated to providing quality higher education in this part of the country. Its humble beginnings evolved in the merging of Mambusao Agricultural and Technical in Burias, Capiz, and Capiz Agricultural and Fisheries School in Pontevedra, Capiz to become Panay State Polytechnic College in 1980. In 1998, the Capiz Institute of Technology in Rojas City, including its Department of Fisheries in Dayao, became an integral part of the PSPC system. 2 years later, in 2000, Sigma College of Science and Technology in Sigma Capiz was integrated into PSPC. A milestone was reached in 2004 when PSPC was converted into Capi State University by virtue of Republic Act 9273. Through the years, Capi State University became known for its commitment to providing high-quality and accessible education, all because of the competent leadership of its previous presidents, Dr. Ernesto V. Botin, Dr. Rochelier D. Dadivas, Dr. Edita L. Magallanes, and Dr. Evita C. Alfon. Presently, the university is at the helm of the leadership of Dr. Efren L. Linan, a visionary leader who will guide Capi State University to new heights of excellence. CAPSU's growth is marked by the existence of its 3 campuses and 6 satellite colleges across the province. The 3 campuses are CAPSU Burias Campus in Burias, CAPSU Pontevedra Campus in Pontevedra, and CAPSU Main Campus in the heart of Rojas City. The 6 satellite colleges are named in the place where they are situated: the Paz Satellite College, Mambusao Satellite College, Sigma Satellite College, Dumarao Satellite College, Pilar Satellite College, and Dayao Satellite College. These campuses and satellite colleges were created to address the educational needs of the local population. CAPSU is committed to producing globally competitive professionals with over 30 undergraduate and graduate programs in various fields, including agriculture, engineering, business, education, criminology, and industrial education. CAPSU addresses the evolving needs of the region's educational, economic, and social landscape. Its existing facilities and laboratories, as well as its research-driven approach, ensure that students not only gain theoretical knowledge, but also practical skills. CAPSU fosters a vibrant campus life to its more than 25,000 students, where they can engage in cultural, social, sports, and extracurricular activities. Through student organizations and community outreach programs, CAPSUnians are empowered to become leaders in their own right. Through the years, CAPSU has maintained a strong emphasis on research and community engagement, particularly in agriculture, environment, and sustainable development, aligning with the province's rich agricultural heritage. It has forged partnerships with various national and international institutions, contributing to the global competitiveness of its graduates. Its deep connection to the local community through its sustainable programs and partnerships promote the values of social responsibility, environmental awareness, and community development. Along with its many accolades, CAPSU bears the seal of quality of ISO certification 9001-2015. Its workforce of highly competent faculty and staff are instrumental in making the university progressive and dynamic. Its faculty members have received various recognitions in fulfilling their quadro-dimensional functions by engaging in the delivery of quality instruction, research endeavors, extension projects, and production initiatives. With all these, Capi State University is committed to uphold the highest standards in providing the best education and quality service to its clientele, as it stands as a hub for academic excellence, research, innovation, and community service. It offers every Kapsunian a brighter future. One vision, one academic community. Together, we rise as Capi's State University. And community service, it offers every Kapsunian a brighter future. One vision, one academic community. Together, we rise
Once
as
again, good morning,
Capi's State
everyone, and
University.
we hope you're all doing well and ready for an engaging and insightful session today. Thank you for joining us on time, and we are excited to have you with us. Before we officially begin, please take note of the following friendly reminders to help ensure a smooth and productive webinar experience for everyone. Again, please rename your Zoom name using the format, your full name, the institution, or your country. Please keep your microphone on mute during presentations to minimize background noise. You are encouraged to turn on your camera during the open forum and photo opportunity. And if you have questions for the speakers, you may type them in the Zoom chat box anytime or use the raise hand feature during our open forum segment. And we will be accommodating at least three questions for our speaker. And of course, stay with us until the end of the program to receive your e-certificate. The evaluation form link will be posted in the chat box before we end. Again, we are reminding everyone that this is the session 2 of our 3-day webinar series. The next webinar series for the session 3 will be on August 1, 2025. So I hope you can complete these three sessions. And we are now officially live on YouTube. To all our viewers tuning in via the live stream, welcome to today's session of our webinar series. We are very happy to have you with us today. Please, we invite everyone to please stay engaged, take notes, and share insights in the chat box. And most importantly, enjoy learning with us today. So we will be starting our program in a few minutes. Thank you. Good morning to all our wonderful participants joining us across the Philippines, Indonesia, and other parts of the globe. Welcome to session two of our international webinar on integrating outcomes-based approaches in research writing, brought to you by Go Study, Universitas Negeri Surabaya, and Capi State University. I'm your moderator, Dr. Christine F. Cuenga, and it's an absolute pleasure to be with all of you today as we dive into another meaningful and thought provoking session designed to enrich our research practices. And to officially commence our session, let us first pay homage to our nation and to our shared vision through the solemn presentation. Please rise virtually or physically as we listen to the Philippine national anthem, the Indonesian national anthem, and the ASEAN hymn, followed by a short prayer. The solemn presentation. Please rise virtually or physically as we listen to the Philippine national anthem, the Indonesian national anthem, followed by a short prayer.
Anak ng puso sa mo'y buhay. Lumang hinirang, tuwid ka ng makinig. Sa manlulupig, di ka masisi. Sa dagat mo, sa simoy at sa langit mong baka. May nilagang tulat, awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagdinig. Ang bituin at araw niya kailan pang ay magdinig.
Thank you. And now, to formally open our program and deliver the welcome message, please give a virtual applause to the Vice President for External Affairs and Linkages of Capiz State University, Dr. Salvacion J. Ligaspi.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. So particularly our to Kapsu and Onisa key officials who are with us this morning, to Dr. Romulo Lagon, the Dean of the College of Education, Dr. Ginaline B. Lania, the Campus External Affairs and Linkages Coordinator, Dr. Christine Cuenga, our webinar moderator, at the same time the Capiz State University Coordinator for ONESA. The key officials also of ONESA, Dr. Wiwik Sri Opani, Dean of the Faculty of Social and Political Sciences, Dr. Agus Makfad Pauzi, the Coordinator of the Sociology Department, Rizi Trizna Putri, the International Affairs Coordinator, our distinguished speakers who will be introduced later, Mr. Arif Sudrahat, the lecturer of ONESA, and Dr. Nico Irawan, the program director of Stanford International University, our partners from ONESA, Indonesia, members of the faculty, researchers, graduate students, and participants. A pleasant morning and welcome to the second session of the ONISA CAPSU International Webinar entitled Right to Impact, Enhancing Scientific Journal Writing Through Outcome-Based Education and Interactive Strategies. Today's session, Foundations of Scientific Journal Writing in the Social Sciences, is not only a continuation of our shared academic endeavor, but it is a reaffirmation of our collective commitment to research excellence, international collaboration, and lifelong learning. As we face an increasingly complex world shaped by rapid social, environmental, and technological changes, the role of research in the social sciences become more prominent. Social researches allow us to understand human behavior, craft inclusive policies, and develop meaningful interventions that address societal needs. The results of our researches are meant to be disseminated and must be utilized by our target clientele. It must be published and made accessible to scholars and communities that benefit from evidence-based solution. As members of the academic communities, publishing our researches in reputable journals is a lifeblood, and as the saying goes, published or perish. In almost a world university ranking like the WURI, the QS, and the THE, I know ONISA is also member, also the ranking on those prestigious ranking or university ranking. Research publication as a criteria is very prominent and is given substantial weight. Therefore, publication is a must rather than option for academic communities. Writing for scientific journal is not just about language and structure. It is a specialized writing because it is about impact, clarity, ethics, and engagement. It is about giving voice to inquiry and ensuring that our findings are recognized in both the academic world and the real world. Today's endeavor is essential, for this will equip our faculty members on how to write the researches and get published in reputable scientific journal. To all our participants, faculty, researchers, and graduate students, your presence here signifies a strong desire to grow, collaborate, and contribute meaningfully to your fields. I encourage you to take full advantage of this opportunity. You have to ask questions and some clarifications, share your thoughts, and embrace the possibility of forming new academic linkages beyond borders. Let us continue to work together, not only to strengthen research and academic writing, but also to advance sustainable development goals, most especially in promoting quality education, innovation, and global partnership. I would like also to take this opportunity to express my gratitude to our partner universities, the universities Negeri Surabaya and UNESA, which we were there last month. Okay, and it's a very nice university, and we are so grateful of how you welcome us, the warm welcome, and then all the special treatment that you have accorded to the CAPSO delegation, and of course to Stanford International University for this joint effort in advancing global education. Once again, welcome everyone, and may the sessions ignite in all of us a renewed passion for knowledge and purpose in academic journeys. Thank you and mabuhay.
Thank you very much, Dr. Legaspi, for your unending support. Before we move forward with today's exciting presentation, let us take a moment to revisit the highlights of session one of our international webinar on integrating outcomes-based approaches in research writing. And to give us the session one recap, let us warmly welcome the faculty of the College of Education, Capiz State University, Burias campus. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Juby Dinabia.
Thank you very much, Dr. Cuenga. To my colleagues from Capiz State University System, to our friends from Universitas Negeri Surabaya, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Today, I am tasked to provide a recap of our previous session last July 4, 2025. The first session of our webinar series began with a warm welcome message from the coordinator of Sociology Department, UNESA, Dr. Agus Mahfoud Fauzi MSI, followed by the message from our SUC President 3 of CAPSU, Dr. Efren Alinen, and the Dean of Faculty of Social and Political Sciences, UNESA, Dr. Wiwik Sri Utami, MP. The session featured two highly esteemed speakers. The first speaker, Dr. Leo Andrew Bibiclar, Vice President for Research Development and Extension of Capiz State University, delivered a presentation, Writing to Impact Enhancing Journal Writing Productivity, Strategies for Publishing with Purpose and Efficiency. Dr. Biclar emphasized the importance of journal writing in academic development, highlighting how understanding, impact, and addressing common barriers can significantly improve productivity. He discussed the need for setting clear writing goals, developing a sustainable routine, and choosing the right journal. He also underscored the importance of writing with clarity and purpose, embracing feedback and revision, and managing rejection and resubmission. Additionally, he encouraged building a supportive writing community and reflecting on one's writing as a way to continually grow and improve. The next speaker on that session was Dr. Muhammad Zakir of Department of Sociology, Faculty of Social and Political Sciences at Universitas Negeri Surabaya. His presentation, Laying the Ground for Academic Publishing in Social Sciences from Research Proposal to Publishable Manuscript, provided participants with a comprehensive overview of the academic publishing landscape in social sciences. Dr. Mozakir discussed the various types of academic publications and emphasized the importance of early planning in choosing the appropriate publication format. He explained how to effectively transition from a research proposal to a full academic manuscript, including tips on structuring a scholarly article and maintaining academic writing with clarity, precision, and ethical standards. He further highlighted the significance of scholarly rigor through validity, critical insights, and relevance, and concluded with strategies for revising manuscripts and exploring the peer review process professionally. The session ended with an engaging discussion and exchange of ideas. That's all for the first session. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Navia. We are looking forward for more action these sessions too. And now let's continue our learning journey with our first presenter for the day. And to formally introduce our speaker, ladies and gentlemen, a virtual applause. Let us call on Dr. Jeneline V. Lanya, our Campus External Affairs and Linkages Chair. Ma'am?
Good morning to all participants joining us today. We're grateful for your presence and we're looking forward to an enriching session ahead. So it's my honor to introduce our speakers who will be sharing key insights with us. Our first speaker is a distinguished academic leader, researcher, and advocate of educational excellence. He currently serves as the Dean of the College of Education at Capiz State University. He holds a Doctor of Education and a Master in Management, both majoring in educational management. as well as a Master of Arts in Social Science. He is also a graduate of Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, Bachelor of Laws, and Juris Doctor from Central Philippine University. He is a multi-awarded researcher with several Scopus Index publications, including studies on inclusive education, student motivation, and lived experiences of marginalized groups. He has presented in numerous national and international conferences and has been recognized as the most outstanding educator in the field of research and most outstanding peer reviewer by EdCore Educational Research Center. His strong background in curriculum, research, and educational management, he continues to champion quality and outcome-based education across all levels. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome our esteemed speaker, Dr. Romulo N. Lago.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jenny Lanya. The President of Capiz State University, Dr. Efren Linan. The Vice President for External Affairs and Linkages, Dr. Salvacion J. Legaspi. The Dean of the Faculty of Social and Political Sciences of Universitas Negeri Surabaya, Dr. Wiwik Sriyuswamy, MP. The Coordinator of Sociology Department of UNESA, Dr. Agus Macfud Fauci, MCI. My colleagues from Capiz State University System. To our friends from Universitas Negeri Surabaya, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant morning. Foremost, I would like to thank Capiz State University, headed by Dr. Efren Linan, and the Universitas Negeri Surabaya for giving me this meaningful opportunity to share my knowledge and practices in the integration of the 21st century skills in research writing. Once again, I am Romulo Inlagon, the Dean of the College of Education of Capiz State University, Burias Campus. May I commence my discussion by putting emphasis on the statement, as education evolves, so much our approach to research writing. With the ongoing evolution of education, our approach to research writing must also adapt. By integrating 21st century skills, we equip our learners not just to complete academic tasks, but to thrive in a world that values innovation, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity. This quote reminds us that teaching research writing today is not just about following rules. It's about helping students grow the skills they need in real life. By encouraging them to think critically, work with others, be creative, and adopt to new ideas, we're preparing them for a world beyond the classroom. My presentation this morning is centered on the following subtopics, which are under the 21st century skills: research-based insights, integrating the 4Cs in research writing, cross-skill strategies, and the role of the teacher. It is a common knowledge that one important requirement that college students have to comply prior to finishing a degree is research writing. In doing this, writing is not the only skill that is needed. Students need to make use of certain competencies or skills, such as critical thinking, collaboration, communication, creativity, leadership, ICT skills, and others in order to accomplish this academic task. In general, those competencies which I have just mentioned are known 21st century skills. The question now is, What are 21st century skills? 21st century skills are the knowledge, life skills, career skills, habits, and traits that are critically important to student success, particularly as they move on to college, the workforce, and adult life, according to Bacol 2016. In other words, these 21st century skills are not only useful in students' academic life, these skills are even more valuable for their future careers as they strive to grow personally and professionally. One of our graduate students in the person of Lantoria conducted a research in 2023 which dealt with learning motivation, 21st century skills, and senior high school readiness of alternative learning system or ALS passers. It was found out that ALS passers had very high level of 21st century skills in terms of communication, global connection, technology, local connection, and collaboration, and high level in terms of critical thinking, self-direction, and creativity and innovation. It was unveiled that the 21st century skills, learning motivation, and readiness of all learners to enter senior high schools are significantly related. This means that the acquired 21st century skills of all students influence their drive to study as well as their readiness to step into a higher level of academic endeavor. Another study was conducted by Silverio et al. 2024. Our undergraduate students, which delve into the level of 21st century skills acquired by education students of Capiz State University Murias campus. Results revealed that respondents exhibited high levels of 21st century skills in terms of critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication. The results of the mentioned investigation simply indicate that students, prior to entering college, believe that they have acquired these 21st century skills, which can help them survive and be successful in dealing with the challenges that they will encounter in tertiary education. Let us have a short refresher of the 21st century skills. What are these 21st century skills? 21st century skills are categorized into three, namely learning and innovation skills, the digital literacy skills, and life and career skills. There are subcategories for each of the mentioned categories. Let us start with the learning and innovation skills, or known as the 4Cs. These skills help students with problem-solving activities and creativity. Under learning and innovation skills, we have four subcategories. The first one is collaboration, critical thinking, communication, and creativity. When we speak of collaboration, which has something to do with working effectively with others in teams or groups, respecting different perspectives, and achieving common goal. The second subcategory is critical thinking. Critical thinking, which pertains to analyzing and evaluating information to make reasoned decisions and solve problems effectively. Communication, usually expressing thoughts clearly and effectively in various forms, either oral, written, digital, and active listening. And the last subcategory is creativity. Creativity, which pertains to thinking outside the box, generating new ideas, and using imagination to develop innovative solutions. Next is digital literacy skills, which involves or includes information literacy, the media literacy, and ICT literacy. Let us discuss first the information literacy, which has something to do with the ability to locate, evaluate, and use information effectively. While media literacy, which is related to understanding media messages, recognizing bias or propaganda, and using the media responsibly. And the last subcategory is ICT literacy, usually using digital technology, communication tools, and networks effectively and ethically. The third category is life and career skills. These skills focus on personal and professional development. And we have 5 subcategories: the flexibility and adaptability, initiative and self-direction, social and cross-cultural skills, productivity and accountability. And the last one is leadership and responsibility. When you speak of flexibility and adaptability, which involves adjusting to change and being open to new ideas and environments, while initiative and self-direction, which pertains to being self-motivated, setting goals, and managing one's learning and time effectively. However, social and cross-cultural skills, which related to interacting effectively with people from diverse backgrounds and cultures. While productivity and accountability refers to managing projects efficiently and being responsible for outcomes. And the last, leadership and responsibility, which concerns leading others, being accountable for personal and group outcomes, and acting with integrity. How can these 21st century skills be integrated in research writing? I believe that these 21st century skills acquired by our students should not only be emphasized or be given importance in a research class. All disciplines of knowledge like mathematics, science, physical education, management, engineering, agriculture, medicine, and a lot more, integration of the 21st century skills is very essential. Hence, teachers, regardless of the area of specialization, should capitalize and should make use of these 21st century skills of our learners to help them in their learning and to prepare them for their future. Thus, teachers must provide activities inside or outside that classroom that would encourage learners to enhance their acquired 21st century skills by letting them apply such skills in the actual context. My presentation in this aspect will be centered on learning and innovation skills, specifically the 4 C's, namely collaboration, critical thinking, communication, and creativity. Most of these strategies or practices do not only enhance one particular skill or competency, but a combination of several competencies. In short, these strategies directly strengthen one specific skill and indirectly enhance other 21st century skills. This further means that one activity or practice can hit multiple skills. The strategies that I will be presenting are those that happen inside and outside the classroom as our student works on the research. Let us proceed to the first one. We have collaboration. The following are the strategies that integrate collaboration skill in research writing. The first one is forming of research teams, wherein under this strategy or activity, students are divided into groups composed of 3 or 4 members with one who assumes the role of a leader. Group leaders will lead and will assign certain research tasks to their members in order to carry out a common goal. And this involves collaboration, leadership and responsibility, and flexibility and adaptability. The second one is creation of group chats. Each group creates a group chat for easier access and faster way to collaborate and to communicate. A group chat with the presence of the research advisor is also made for them to accommodate from time to time if there are matters to be clarified. And this involves collaboration, communication, and ICT literacy. The third subcategory is formulating of research titles, wherein students formulate possible research titles based on real-world topics, which is related to their field of specialization and collaborate with their chosen advisor for improvement. And this involves collaboration, critical thinking, communication, and creativity. The fourth strategy is making of the research proposal. Students will formulate and present the research questions or objectives and their corresponding hypothesis, if there is any for class critiquing, and this involves collaboration, critical thinking, and communication. And the last strategy is research proposal revision, wherein students need to revise their work based on the panel suggestions of their proposal or research results presentation. Doing this requires collaboration and critical thinking skills in order to address the corrections given by the panel. Let us move on to critical thinking skills. The following are some activities that integrate students' critical thinking skills. In this, the first one is source evaluation activity, followed by paraphrasing accepted information and synthesis making, data analysis, the fourth one, drawing of conclusions and recommendation, literature review comparison, choosing the most appropriate research design, and the last strategy is data interpretation dust. For source evaluation activities, students will assess the credibility, bias, and relevance of sources using criteria like CRAB, or currency, relevance, authority, accuracy, or purpose. The second one is paraphrasing accepted information and synthesis, wherein student will restate the information taken from the source based on how they understand the text and will synthesize of those included in the review of related literature. And this involves critical thinking and collaboration and information literacy and ICT literacy. The third one is data analysis, wherein students will analyze their data using a specific software with assistance of a statistician. This involves critical thinking, collaboration, and communication. Fourth one is drawing of conclusions and recommendations. Students will formulate conclusions and will recommend certain actions or strategies that will benefit intended study recipients. Next, the literature review comparisons. The students will compare different viewpoints on a topic, identify gaps, patterns, and contradictions to be used in RRL making. Next, choosing the most appropriate research design. Students will select the most fitting research design based on the nature of their research, be it quantitative or qualitative. This involves critical thinking and collaboration. And the last one, data interpretation tasks. Students will give meanings to the statistically analyzed data by discussing the study results and by giving implication. Let us now have the third C, which is communication. Here are a few activities undertaken by our students that require the use of their communication skills. Research presentations, which includes research title presentation, research proposal presentation, and presentation of the research results. Under the research title presentation, the students will present 3 proposed research titles in PowerPoint format for approval by the panel. If face-to-face setting is not possible, online platforms like Zoom and Google Meet are being used. Other research proposal presentations, wherein students will present the first 3 chapters of the research from the introduction to the methodology using PowerPoint presentation. And the last is the presentation of the research results, which students will present to the advisory and examining committees the results of their study, as well as the conclusions and recommendations that they are all able to formulate. And this involves communication, creativity, collaboration, critical thinking, and ICT literacy. Next, seeking approval to conduct the study. In doing this, students need to ask permission from the college dean, campus administrator, research chair, advisor, or head of a certain respondent institution or agency. Next, the note-taking. Students employ listening skills as they take note of the advisory and examining committee's corrections and suggestions. Once corrections are addressed, they are now ready to present the revised manuscript with comment sheets to the panel, and this involves communication and collaboration. And the last one is dissemination of research results. Students present the results of the research in a campus student symposium, and this involves communication, creativity, and ICT literacy. I am now down with the last C, which is creativity. The following are the activities that we employ to strengthen the skill. First is the PowerPoint presentation making, wherein students create PowerPoint presentation of the research, starting from title presentation to research results presentation. And this involves creativity and ICT literacy. The second one is research instrument making. The students will create their own surveys or interview questions if they could not find any from both online and offline sources. And this includes creativity and communication. Next is research outputs or innovations. As products of research, students create pamphlets or coffee table brochures to communicate the study results to a wider audience. And the last one is IP protection. The students' outputs of research can be published and copyrighted for IP protection, or known as intellectual property protection. I believe that I'm down to the last slide. And before I end, I wish to emphasize that the true measure that of teaching is not what students know in the classroom. It's how they apply it in the world. Let us shape learners who are not only competent, but also future ready. Therefore, as teachers, we need to capitalize on the acquired 21st century skills of our learners. Let us provide them with opportunities that will enable them to apply such competences not just in the walls of the classroom, but also in the real world setting as we prepare them for their future careers. That would be all. Thank you and God bless everyone.
Thank you so much, Dr. Romulo and Lagon, for sharing your expertise and thoughtful insights. Your discussion this morning has truly added depth to our collective understanding of how research writing can be made more outcomes based and impactful. And we appreciate your time and dedication to these academic endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, we are open for your questions, please, if you do have. We are also inviting our participants in YouTube. So we have now, okay, yes, sir, we have from Onesa, Sir Khalid Saeed Pula. Please, you are recognized, sir.
Okay, thank you. Interesting presentation from Hello. Basically,
Onesa, Sir Khalid Saeed Pula. Please, you are recognized, sir.
okay, thank you. Hello, can you hear my voice?
Sir Khalid, you may now ask your question.
Hello.
Onesa, Sir Khalid Saeed Pula. Please, you are recognized, sir.
Hello. Hello, can you hear my voice?
Yes, Sir Khalid, you may now ask your question.
Yes.
Onesa, Sir Khalid Saeed Pula. Please, you are recognized, sir.
Hello.
Okay.
Can you hear my
It seems
voice?
that there
Yes,
is
Sir
a
Khalid, you
problem
may
with
now
my
ask your
device, so
question.
I will
Yes,
text
hello.
them.
Onesa, Sir
I will
Khalid
text my
Saeed
question.
Pula. Please, you are recognized, sir.
Hello.
Okay.
Can you hear my
It seems
voice?
that there
Yes,
is
Sir
a
Khalid, you
problem
may
with
now
my
ask your
device,
question.
so I will
Yes,
text
hello.
them.
Onesa, Sir
I will
Khalid
text my
Saeed
question.
Pula. Please, you are recognized, sir.
Hello.
So
Okay.
the question of Sir Khalid
It seems
is,
that there
what
is a
is
problem with
the
my
main challenge
device, so
to foster and
I will
build
Yes,
text
hello.
critical
them.
thinking
I will
among
text my
students
question.
amidst the development of AI? Again, the question is for Dr. Lagon, what is the main challenge to foster and build critical thinking among students amid the development of AI?
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for your question. Um, I believe the main challenge right now is the nobility and the originality of creative works right now, especially of the using of AI, which is essential, or what we call it affects the somehow the performance of the students right now. So I believe that is the one of the challenges right now of the students that they encountered.
Thank you, Sir Khalid. Ma'am Reese, you're raising your hand for another question. Ma'am Reese, please.
Thank you for the opportunity, Ma'am Tin. Okay, before I ask my question, maybe I want to share to Mr. Lagon here in UNESA, especially sociology study program, sir. We already applying when we are in classroom. We ask for the students to write their material in scientific journals, sir. And I would like also saying that it is really good material that you are presenting today, sir, because the 4 Cs, it's really needed, and I realize it is important for us to always do that, foster collaboration, critical thinking, communication, and creativity in our classroom. So the students will have an updated skill for their life. Okay, that comes to my question, sir. So, from the 4 Cs, collaboration, critical thinking, communication, and creativity, what do you think the most crucial skills that is needed between 4 skills between these 4 Cs, sir? Thank you so much.
Okay, ma'am, thank you very much. It is very good that you are practicing this in your university. And I believe based on your question, ma'am, the most crucial right now with the forces, I believe it's collaboration because of uh, we tend to collaborate with others, and this is very important right now. Despite of the fact with the different perspective that we have, what is important, we're achieving our common goal, and that is to share ideas in order to come up with a better and a productive outputs.
Thank you very much, Dr. Lagon. Ma'am Ricky, thank you. We have last one question from the Zoom chat box. Your question is from Ma'am Joanne of Capsule Burias. In what ways can teachers across disciplines maximize students' existing 21st century skills to enhance both academic performance and long-term career readiness?
Okay, thank you very much, Ma'am Joanne. So I believe teachers can bring out the best in students by creating learning experiences that connect to the real world. For example, group projects, debates, or hands-on challenges. So with this, when they build in the 21st century skills, students already have. So learning becomes more meaningful and fun. So this is not only will help them to do better in school, but also sets them up for success in their future careers.
So there you have it. Our 3 questions were answered for Dr. Lagon. Thank you very much, sir, for sharing with us your 21st century skills, your story, your experiences in integrating the skills in research writing. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, we would like to award our certificate of appreciation to our first speaker, Dr. Romulo N. Lagon. The certificate reads, Certificate of Recognition is proudly presented to Dr. Romulo N. Lagon in sincere appreciation for sharing his time and expertise as resource speaker during the international webinar series entitled The Right to Impact, Enhancing Scientific Journal Writing Through Outcomes-Based Education and Interactive Strategies, with a focus on integrating outcomes-based approaches in research writing, held on July 18, 2025 via Zoom platform. Awarded this 18th day of July 2025. Signed, Rector of State University of Surabaya, Professor Dr. H. Nur Hassan, and Dr. Efren Alinan of Capiz State University, our president, SUC president for you. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give Dr. Lagon a virtual applause, please? Thank you once again. And at this juncture, may we ask everyone to please open your camera and take this photo opportunity with our speakers. Again, we are requesting everyone to please open your camera and show us your smiles for the first photo opportunity. So let me count from 1 to 3, and then we'll capture your smiles. Ready? Mom Jan, can you please assist us with this, taking this momentous moment? So let's have 1, 2, 3, smile. Next, please. Just keep on smiling. Ready? 1, 2, 3, smile. Another slide, please. 1, 2, 3, smile. And another slide. 1, 2, 3, smile. Do we have more slides from Jack? Okay. So there you have it. Thank you very much. Okay. So we will now proceed to our second speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, may I call on Dr. Jeneline Vilania to introduce our next speaker.
Okay, so it is with great pleasure to introduce now our second speaker. He is a respected scholar and practitioner whose work bridges the disciplines of political sociology and public engagement. He is currently the coordinator of the Sociology Study Program at the Faculty of Social and Political Sciences at Universitas Negri Surabaya. He earned a doctorate in social sciences from Airlangga University and has held key leadership roles such as commissioner of the KPU in both Ponorogo Regency and East Java, and as head of the Center for Social Change and New Media Studies at UNESA. His extensive academic career is marked by his deep commitment to community-based research and outcomes-oriented education. His research interests are wide-ranging and timely, covering topics such as voter behavior, legal sociology, moral education, youth and digital culture, and religious engagement in contemporary society. Among his most recent works are studies on fanaticism in K-pop culture, the role of youth in church life during the digital era, and legal injustice in Indonesia, reflecting a sharp eye for the intersection between society, media, and public policy. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Agus Mahfoud Fauzi to the virtual stage.
Thank you, Ma'am Maulana. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. May peace be upon us all. Om
Dr.
Swastiastu.
Agus, we cannot hear you po.
Namo Buddhaya. Greeting of virtue.
You're audible na po.
A distinguished guest. Excellency, for external affair and engage. Okay, sorry. May peace be upon us all. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, greeting of virtue, distinguished guest, Excellency VP for External Affairs and Engage, Dr. Salvation J. Legaspi, Excellency COE Dean Dr. Romula N. Lagon, esteemed lecturer, participant, and all invite guests that I am proud to welcome. In this opportunity, I'll explain how to crafting a good introduction. But first, I want to give disclaimer. I just want to share my experience so we can enhance our writing skill. Maybe what's the is there someone to share or me directly, moderator, the content?
Do you want us to share your screen, sir, or would you like to do the honor?
Okay.
You can also share your presentation.
Okay.
Mau share sendiri, Pak.
Okay. This title my presentation, Crafting Powerful and Literature Review in Social Science Research. And before I explain all, so I just give description about journal at my prodi, a study program of sociology. The first is the Journal of Society and Media. So maybe we can, before I just give description about this, about my content, about my presentation. So maybe we can now what the content of the Journal of Society and Media, the scope related with the society and media, and this journal better than another in my prodi. And second is CS3, Journal of Certain Sociological Studies, and third is the Journal of Paradigma. All of journal every year, so we'll publish any watch article, and maybe we can exchange about maybe the first, the editor and reviewer, or maybe the writer. All. I mean, I believe that on Japsu, there are many journal, and we can exchange all of them. And this about my presentation. Why is this section important? I mean that's why the content this is important for us, because 70% of manuscript are rejected due to weak introduction in literature review. Maybe if we have the experience about rejected, so 70% is from weak introduction and literature review. So if we have good introduction or literature review, maybe will run well. Reviewer need sharp argument, not just summary. Must demonstrate gap, novelty, and theoretical contribution. Usually, before we explain about our article, so maybe we look for any article, and we make a gap or demonstrate the gap one article and another, so it interest for the reviewer or editor to check about it. And then, is there the novelty at my article? It's important. If there isn't the novelty, it's maybe will reject too. And how the theoretical contribution. So that's the first note for reviewer and editor will reject or will receive about the paper being the article. Ideal structure introduction. I call CAP. The first, global context, major trend or issue that are relevant. Maybe we can check on our campus or our district or our country, what the major trend on this one. What the issue are relevant with what's today or this year? Global context. Second, A, previous study analyze, highlight deficiencies or gap. B, problem and objective, formulate the gap and reset objective. So maybe if we have the gap, there is challenges, our paper will receive to the editor. Literature review from summary to synthesis. That check the first check, group theme, theories, method. Second check, show controversy or gap. But avoid one by one summaries without analyze. It's notes. Avoid one by one summaries without analyze. In order, our paper is complete. Example of the quality article, maybe we can take this example, like what the writer Aspinall and Mitchell, such as Asia Trouble election at Journal of Democracy, Scopus Q1. Then identity politics and polarization in Indonesian regional election at Journal of Social and Political Science, Sintawan, or Sintawan, or maybe Sintawan is near to Scopus, the best watch predicate on Indonesia. And Abdullah E, religion, culture, and local politics, Indonesian anthropology, Scopus, and Sinta Staffus. This example, I believe that all you, the audience, have any example, the quality article. I mean that a good article and can be what guide our paper. Tips for writing this section. The first use paragraph with one main idea. I mean that's don't make more one idea at one paragraph. It being problem. Second, use active voice. Third, avoid excessive quoting. And fourth, relate the literature to the problem formulation. If we use 4 tips, so maybe our paper what will be accept to the journal. I mean the reviewer or editor will receive about the paper. Common mistake. The first doesn't explicitly show the gap. So if we have an article, have the gap, don't send to a journal because I believe the editor will reject. Odd and irrelevant reference, I believe, will reject. Too descriptive without synthesis. Citing unscientific source like blog, media opinion, and another. So if we avoid our paper from 4 mistake this, so maybe our paper will better. Writing support tool. I believe that all the audience use Zotero or Mendeley to reference management, and all know about Scopus, DOAJ, Google Scholar, Fast Viewer, Bibliometric Mapping, use Grammarly in order our paper better and will receive to the reviewer or editor of journal. Although I write closing, but there is 4 page again. But in this page, I'll give information that at introduction, the writer must make invitation to scientific thinking. Introduction is like the first view, and this will make the editor or reviewer will make a continue or not. So please make invitation to scientific thinking. Second, literature review. Foundation of research argument. So at literature review, don't watch obey about it because it's a foundation of research argument. And maybe we can take any argument in order the first editor, reviewer, it interest. After that, if published, so the reader is interested to read our paper. Use local issue for global contribution. I believe that every place at Surabaya, at Philippines, Thailand, there are local issue, but can to make a global contribution. And reader from another country interest to know what the local issue is there at my country. Reading is not an goal, but an intellectual process. So sometimes we receive rejected or rejection from the editor journal. It's no problem because writing is not an end goal, but an intellectual process. We can make better the paper rejected, and maybe we can send again at the journal, or we can send another or resubmit to another journal. Composing a strong introduction. The first start with a general context that is relevant and current. The second be a specific to a local or regional context. For example, Southeast Asia, it's interesting what's context. Display important data, statistic or phenomena as background. A review previous research and explicitly identity gaps. Formulate research objective clearly and sharply. More again, clearly, sharply. And add the theoretical and practical contribution to your research. This composition a strong introduction. And compiling a strong literature review. The first, select a literature from reputable journal, Scopus, Sinta, like in Indonesia, any journal Scopus at any country. And we can exchange the journal that's another country, and we can submit not just in my country. Group the literature thematically, methodologically, and chronologically. Show discussion or debate between previous studies, because every problem or every phenomena, I believe that there is debate between previous studies. Before it, there are any scientific research that critique the approach, finding, and gaps of each study, build a scientific argument for your research position, and by confirming the research position in the scientific map. This, to continue, crafting a strong introduction. Begin with a relevant and up-to-date global context. We must check about our paper Is there relevant and update global context? If no, so please look for the relevant and up-to-date global context. Because if just local context, maybe the editor of journal no interest to publish. Narrow it down to a local or Southeast Asia context. Present data, statistic, or key phenomena as background. Review previous research and explicitly identify the gap. Clearly articulate your research objective. Highlight the theoretical and practical contribution of your study. So, if all the writer use it, maybe our paper be strong introduction and will be received at the journal, although the scopus. And crafting a strong literature review, select literature from reputable journal, organize literature by theme, methodology, or the chronology, highlight discussion or debate among previous studies, critically evaluate approach, finding, and limitation, build your scholarly argument around the identified gap, conclude with a clear position of your study in the academic field. And this conclusion, so maybe just one paragraph, but clear to the reader. Crafting a strong introduction in social science research begin with a broad and relevant context, global or regional issue, narrow down to the specific local or Southeast Asian context, present recent data, statistic, or phenomena to build the background, review previous studies, and clearly identify the research gap, state the research objective explicitly and subtly, and emphasize the theoretical and practical contribution of your study. I think enough from me. Thank you. If there is a question, we will discuss about our theme, crafting powerful and literature review in social science research. Thank you. Back to moderator.
Thank you very much. Terima kasih, Dr. Agus Mahfud Fauzi, for that informative and inspiring session. Your approach to crafting introductions and literature reviews, along with your concrete examples, somehow gave us meaningful insights into research practices from an Indonesian perspectives, because I believe that is based on your experience, right, sir?
Yeah,
And
right.
it really enriched the regional dialogue on scholarly writing and publication. Again, thank you very much for being part of this important exchange of knowledge. And ladies and gentlemen, we are now open for the Q&A for your comments and suggestions. Do we see questions in our chat box? Okay, so how about our participants in the YouTube? Sir, I have here one question passed to me. In your experience as an auditor, what makes a literature review stand out as both critical and compelling rather than just a summary of previous works? Again, the question is, in your experience as an editor, what makes a literature review stand out as both critical and compelling rather than just a summary of previous works?
I posted it in that Zoom chat box, sir.
Okay, thank you. Literature review, yeah, like this. Every paper, so like maybe we can watch present about my paper about okay. So,
Please wait a minute. I will share you my paper.
but my how to share my paper? It's difficult for me.
You need to stop share first.
Yeah.
Yes, stop share and then share your paper.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Nah.
Sorry.
Yes.
No. If we check literature review. Yeah, every editor have what experience to review about the first is the literature review. The literature review is the first is we can check that is there any reference from the international journal. It's what's editor give our pay attention about the international journal because every journal what will make a better to next. I mean that if the paper direction of direction from the international journal, maybe the editor don't believe what the reference about the article. Although sometimes the editor check is there the reference from the international journal. I mean that's international journal that have indexation. And second, how about the content? Is the content is what interest or not, update or not? Because if what's the content is maybe it occur on 10 years ago, so it being problem. It not interest to build publish on a journal. And the third, the editor will check, is there another journal talking about the same thing like that. So if at literature review the writer make complete like this, so maybe will receive to editor. Enough, Mamdin?
Yes, yes, Dr. Agus. But I think the need or the very important thing is to remember that we have to be committed and to give time really when we're writing the literature review. Another question, Dr. Agus, from the
Yeah.
Zoom chat box we have from Mr. Ridwan. From this moment, AI tools are using almost this used used by the students. How about, or what is your opinion about its ethical limits of using AI tools?
Okay, Ma'am Tin. Mr. Ridwan, about AI, some journal will use to, I mean that's it not problem. What a writer use AI, but any journal will directly reject if there is a paper use AI. How about our structure of our not like Indonesia like kepangkatan? What's kepangkatan, Mbak Rizky? Move up to like maybe from assistant ahli to rector kepala to professor. It's being problem if use AI. How about in my journal? So in my journal, if anyone use AI at the first time, maybe not problem. If the content is good, but when editor check because there is AI, so the editor will give information to writer to what correct what's the paper, or maybe please make paraphrase to the paper. So maybe use that's why so avoid from AI check. Thank you, Ma'am Tin.
Thank you, Dr. Agus. So, responsible use of AI tools. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
At this point in our program, we would like to give due recognition to our second speaker for sharing his time, knowledge, and expertise with us today. So, the same certificate of recognition is given to Dr. Agus Macfud Fauci. Sir, thank you very much for being with us today.
You
And
are
at this
welcome.
juncture, again, we are inviting our speakers, our participants to please turn on your cameras for a group photo. This is the second photo opportunity for us. Okay, show us your smile and we will start counting. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Smile. Next slide, please. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Next slide, please. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Next slide. Just keep on smiling. Smile. Do we have another slide? Okay, we're all good. Thank you very much again, Dr. Agus and our participants. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are down to our final presentation for session 2. May I request once again our campus EL chair, Dr. Jeneline Bilanya, to formally introduce our last speaker. Ma'am?
Thank you, Ma'am Tin. Our final speaker is a highly accomplished academic international education leader. He is currently the program director of the Master and PhD in English Language Teaching at Stanford International University in Thailand. He holds a doctorate in English Education and Literature from the State University of Surabaya and has held various academic and leadership roles across Thailand and Indonesia. He is a prolific researcher and reviewer for international journals including Springer, Routledge, and Sage. His scholarly work has been published in numerous Scopus and Web of Science Index journals, covering topics such as digital literacy, intercultural communication, and educational leadership. He has also delivered keynote speeches and lectures in more than 50 international conferences and webinars, and led global academic collaborations with institutions in the United Kingdom, Switzerland, Spain, and Germany. We are honored to welcome a distinguished scholar and global education advocate, Dr. Nico Irawan.
Dr. Nico. So while we are waiting for our third speaker, we would like to inform everyone that we still have our session 3 this coming August 1. So please be sure to complete these 3 webinar series. Hello, Dr. Nico.
Hello, doctor. I'm sorry. Yeah, the connection is not too good, so I need to enter and exit again.
Thank
Okay. Good morning, everyone here. How are you today? Here, I'm so sorry. So the connection unstable here. Okay. Now it's time for me to speak about the enhancing scientific journal writing through outcome-based education and interactive strategies. I think, as you know, that now in several countries, we adopt about the OBE. First, I'm thinking only in Indonesia, but also now in China, in Thailand also, like last 2 days, I think I was assessed by the Minister of Education about the curriculum because I bring the ELT program and they told me that for your curriculum, I think you need to update with the OBE. So I think it's okay. So I think I need to follow the regulation now. Okay, next. Okay, related to the curriculum OBA, I think now when I read the history OBA, actually we left behind. Why? Because we just implement after COVID-19. Actually, OBE start 1950 around, and they try to implement in America, and they implement in 1970, and in Asia implement 2022, right? I say until 2025, until now we just implement. Okay, for my slide, I think we have several content such as the understanding scientific journal, fundamental outcome-based education, interactive strategy in teaching writing, integration of OBA and integration strategies and challenges in enhancing scientific writing and future trends. Okay, next. Oh, here, yeah, okay, next. Talk about the understanding scientific journal writing. Next. Okay, as we know that we are in the importance of scientific writing, like first is about the clarity and precision, and the second one is significant of impact. In our writing should be in the precise language in scientific writing that complex idea. Okay, sometimes some students, of course, are still confused about how to write the paper publication. Like my student, I taught them every time when we have class in research analysis in ELT about the how to write a good publication, a good article, manuscript with the precise language and good argument. And also the research finding. Research finding, of course, the research finding they do in their country because mostly they are Chinese and they are ELT teacher also in China. So it's very convenient for them to write, but of course they need to have more knowledge. Next. Okay, I don't talk too much about this content of the paper. I think everybody knows about, of course, in the paper we have abstract, introduction, methodology, result, discussion, and conclusion. But the most important is how to navigate the. Okay, I don't talk. Oh, sorry. Okay, how to navigate the good paper for the next publication, the next manuscript, of course. Okay, next. Okay, and common pitfall in scientific writing. Here we see the ambiguity in language and insufficient detailing here. In ambiguity, praising can lead to a misunderstanding. Therefore, students must strive for unambiguous terminology that convey their findings and interpretation accurately. And here, insufficient detailing, the student or the authors can see how the methodology can be described and result can be determined the paper credibility. So far, ambiguity in language is we just to anticipate that our argument is not matched with the gap and novelty. Okay, next. Okay, here in the content 2, we are going to the fundamentals of outcomes-based education. Next. Here we see I think everybody knows about every university, not only in Indonesia and Thailand, also now we are forced to use the OBE. And OBE, like the PhD degree student, and especially I manage the doctor degree student, we must have the outcomes after they finish the course. Like they study one semester, every courses, we need to have the outcome. But I think the outcome, not only the publication, but also perhaps like the projects and others, so they can pass after they finish their project or publication here. So outcome-based education emphasizes the importance of defining clear and learning outcome. Based on the curriculum, I mentioned about the base in Thailand, based on the assessor mentioned to me that in your curriculum should have the learning outcomes. The learning outcomes should be based in the OBE. OBE, so as the student center. So that's why I think our paradigm that a teacher center, we need to move to student center. Now the teacher should guide the student to be the student center. Not every learning outcomes can be passed, but we can do well for the guiding the student to do the outcomes, such as from the first semester, we can give information to them that we start with a paper article and others. So in the end of the semester, they can publish the paper here. And our target also, we have a publication in Scopus Journal. But if they cannot pass, they can use in TCI too, because in Thailand also have TCI. TCI is Thai Citation Index. Next. Okay, here is the benefit of OBE in scientific writing. We have enhancing student engagement and fostering critical thinking. So in this OBE, I think writing the publication, not only to fulfill the obligation as a student requirement, but also we need to see the content. We need to see the ideas of the paper here, like OBE promotes active student participation by encouraging learners to take ownership of their educational achievement, leading to increased motivation and interest in scientific writing tests. So we can ask the student to write also essay like a reflection every finish the course. Like today's, we are discussing about the qualitative research methods, and we can ask the student to finish the assignment as the reflection, because from the reflection, we can know the student needs. And fostering critical thinking here through the OBE, students engage in higher order thinking. I think hot issue, already started several years ago, but OBE is cover a hot issue, higher order thinking skill here, and to evaluate, to analyze, to create, and to developing critical thinking. Next. Here we have also the curriculum design and developing clear learning objective here, like effective OBE implementation require good curriculum design. But now every curriculum should be based in OBE. But I think we still have the previous curriculum, but we need to improve based on the content and the outcomes. I think the outcome, not only the student outcome, but also the teacher outcomes also. Like the teacher should have the good publication and motivate the student also should have a good publication here. Okay, next. And in the content tree is the interactive strategies in teaching writing. Next. In the technique for engaging student here, I also teach them how to not only writing the paper, but also how to review the paper. Because we try to make the student not only writing, but also they can understand paper works from other people. So like peer review session, engaging student in peer review session, encourage them to critically analyze each other's work, promoting collaborative learning and enhancing their editing skill through constructing feedback. So that's why I think we give the good motivation to students to review from the classmate paper and from others affiliations paper, such as in the journal publication index. And collaborative writing activity, we also ask the student not only write individually, but also we ask them to write teamwork as a teamwork. So they can develop their ideas and improving their writing through shared insight. Because if they are only writing alone, their feedback only single. But if they write collaboration with other students, I think we can have a good impact for their future. Next. Okay, here this use online technology. I think so many online technology such as we can use Grammarly to check the grammar. I think if paraphrase, we can use Quillbot, and if plagiarism, we can have the Turnitin. I think Turnitin is common. I think before OBA or before this year, several years ago, I think when we check the publication, I think we use Turnitin or Authenticate. Authenticate also is good, so we can have the checking the AI, because some students sometimes now we have in AI, ChatGPT, they can copy paste easily, or they can use another apps like ChatGPT, so we can check with the authenticate. Actually the student can use ChatGPT, but ChatGPT just is beneficial to give some information, not for copy paste, because sometimes students just copy paste. They forget that in ChatGPT just robot information. Okay, it's good for a student to get information. Like I also do learning, get information from ChatGPT, but not for plagiarism. Okay, next. And here we have visual aids, infographic, and video demonstration here. So integrating visual aids and infographic into writing, instruction helps students visually organize their thought, making complex information. Video aids and also video demonstration also used to upgrade their competency, their knowledge, their overview about the course. Next. And next is the content 4 is about integration of OBE and interactive strategy. Next. Here we are in the designing outcome-based writing assignment here, like setting measurable objective and incorporating feedback loops. It means that in the clearly defined quantifiable objective, have students understand what is expected to them. So based on student center, the teacher can learn and also can get the feedback from the student, what their needs, what they learn, and what they're willing. So that's why to guide them to get the good outcomes in the OBE, I think it's very easy because the student can reflect the course every every time, every meeting or every 2 meetings, for example, to improve their ability, especially in writing publication. So we need to have the intense communication with the students so we can have we can get the result of the student after the course. Next. In here, this group assessment criteria and also self-assessment technique. In the group collaborative evaluation, such as group assessment criteria, like we can share the works to another group, or another group also check together with this group, something like that, and also self-assessment techniques, something like this. And with the group assessment criteria, we are in established clear criteria for group assessment, like all members are aware of their responsibility. So we set up the group FGD, forum group discussion, to check the paper. So we divide into some group to see that this one is which one is good paper or which one is good paper, less of gap and novelty. Yeah. Okay, next. Here also reward application to encourage their publication. Not only they learn by themselves or they learn from the teacher, but also we can give assignment and motivating, or we give some issue, the current issue in the world, the real world. Or we can invite the guest speaker for workshop, because this is to update their knowledge, to invite them to the real world, because publication is always update. Research publication is always update. Okay. Okay. Maybe I need to spend 1 minute, right? 1 minute to finish this. Okay. Next. Okay. Challenge in answering. Next. Okay, this is about the addressing misconception about OBE, building student confidence. So I think sometimes not every people, every teacher understand about the misconception about OBE. Next. Okay, now this is the time management for students. So we set up the time for students to get the goal, especially in research, and we have the effective publication. Okay, next. Evaluating student understanding, like formative assessment and also summative evaluation here. So formative assessment are tools that allow educator to get student understand during writing process. And summative evaluation serve as the comprehensive assessment of student learning here. Next. Okay, the last session is about the future trend in scientific writing education. Next. Here, of course, we cannot escape from AI nowadays, but I don't know for the 3 or 5 year or 10 years more about publication or research now. Now we are facing AI technology, AI writing assistant, or also AI topic nowadays is very sensitive and very nice to discuss. So that's why the students should have the AI mindset or technology mindset to make a good role in technology and to adopt in the paper research. Next. And lifelong learning, yeah, this is a good terms in OBE, because study lifelong learning, study not only in the school, but also study anywhere, and study not only today, but study forever until 1 minute before we die, we are still studying. So that's why study from any sources. So many opportunity comes for the writer. So making the networking is the most important for publication. Next. And of course, we can have the global perspective on scientific communication, like cross-cultural collaboration, increasing accessibility in publishing here. So to ensure that we can add more knowledge and insight. Next. Okay, only this one. Maybe if you have any question, thank you so much. Please go ahead. Thank you so much.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we have Dr. Nico Irawan, Program Director from Stanford International University. Thank you very much, Dr. Nico, for being with us this
Welcome.
morning. And we have a question for you from our Zoom chat box from Ferza Agong Pracoso SPDMH. We have, what is your perspective on the rapid advancement of artificial intelligence or AI, particularly in the context of higher education? In this regard, how do you evaluate and assess students' work that heavily relies on AI, sometimes to the extent of copy-pasting, yet appears nearly undetectable as plagiarism? Sir?
Okay, thank you so much for the question. Yes, that's right. My perspective about AI technology, I think, okay. My perspective about AI technology is about that, okay, now we cannot is it as separate from the AI technology and our content. And some students sometimes use the AI for like a ChatGPT, and also they adopt ChatGPT to a Quillbot to Grammarly. But for my understanding that we can still use AI, we still use AI just for to get the information, not for copy paste or plagiarism, because some students sometimes get AI for copy paste. Yeah, I know, we know the nowadays AI for doing the assignment, doing the essay or something like that. But I always try to make sure the student that AI just to help you for study, not AI just for your result at plagiarism. So my perspective is I do not mention that AI is wrong for nowadays, because we are in the easy way life to make a good AI condition. But AI just for result or just to help to give the information. But for another thing is we just stimulate by ourselves. The research is a human being still expert one. Human being still okay to be being smarter than robot. Because AI just robot. AI just like a compilation of some information from the Google. Like you can search about me. You can search Dr. Nico Irawan about me. They can give you some information, but actually AI cannot do like a human being, something like that. This is my perspective.
I agree to you, Dr. Nico. We are still superior.
Yes,
Okay, another question, Dr. Nico. We have here from Ma'am Joanne. You mentioned the use of peer reviews and online editing tools on improving student engagement and writing quality.
Right. I mentioned about the use of peer review and online editing tools. Yes, I myself also use the online editing, but not online editing such as like Grammarly. Of course, even I come from ELT ELT program, I study about English, but also I still use Grammarly to double check, because we are the human being and we need to have a double check about the the result of the paper here. And the second one is about Quillbot. I use Quillbot. I use Quillbot. Why? Because we can do paraphrase. I can do paraphrase, but it's maybe I think that my research is not too good, so I need to have the tools to make perfect. But it's not like copy paste. Yeah. So I'm trying to make it like the writing, like a research. Okay, my research, because we are a human being, maybe we have some mistake to see that my result is not too good. So I just like paraphrase, try to make it well written for the using Quillbot. And also something to double check, I also use a size space to get some information references like article, something like that. So I think I don't do manual in only my research. Okay, I don't want to use AI. No, I don't. I'm not close mindset. I want to be open-minded people to use the AI editing tools to help me convenient for me to do the research. But I don't do like a plagiarism research by using editing tools, something like that.
Okay, thank you,
Yeah.
Dr.
Thank you.
Nico. So believe that you are using different kind of strategies in teaching
Yeah.
your students.
Right.
This juncture, we are very happy, and to express our heartfelt gratitude, we now proceed to the awarding of certificates to Dr. Nico, who has generously shared his expertise and insights with us today. So the same certificate of recognition is given to you, Dr. Nico Irawan, for spending your time with us. Thank you very much. We hope to see you in our future webinars, Dr. Nico. And at this juncture, we invite again everyone to please turn on your cameras and join us for the last photo opportunity to capture this meaningful moment together. So, Ma'am Jan, how many slides do we have? We will start with the first slide. 1, 2, 3. Smile. One more. Smile. The third slide. 1, 2, 3. Smile. And the fourth slide. Smile. And the last slide. There we go, folks. Thank you very much. Again, on behalf of the organizing institutions, thank you very much, Dr. Nico, and also to our two speakers, Dr. Romulo Enlagon, Dr. Agus Macfud Fauzi, our participants, the organizers, Capiz State University, Go Study, and Universitas Negeri Surabaya. Thank you very much, because today we have accomplished something. And for our final reminders, please take note, we are now showing the evaluation form QR code. Please do not forget to fill out the attendance and feedback form. Also, we will be seeing you in the last session 3 on August 1. The same time, we have another lineup of insightful topics and speakers, and we are still looking forward to seeing you all. And to everyone, if you have any questions, please feel free to send us your questions now in the chat box. So we are thankful of your presence this morning. So I'm giving you enough time to scan the QR code for the evaluation form. There you go. You see? Okay. And please, can we also show the poster for our third session so that our participants can scan the QR code as well? So, ladies and gentlemen, we are now ready for the singing of the Kapsu March. Wala. To everyone who joined us today, thank you for being part of this international academic endeavor. Together, let us continue fostering research that is meaningful, inclusive, and outcomes-based. This has been your host, Dr. Christine F. Cuengas, signing off from Capiz State University. Terima kasih, maraming salamat. Thank you very much, and see you in session 3.